You don't love me if you don't validate my insecurities, my trauma that is causing me to force you into different compromises or force you into bending to my will because I choose not to work on my trauma. Love languages. Yuck. Who does them? Yuck, yuck. Who needs them? That's how I feel about them. What are they? Do I still
Why?
feel that about them? These are the things that I ask myself when people mention love languages.
He's the undomesticated. You better watch your mouth. I was only talking about that John. Oh, we can do it. Undomesticated John. Hey, it's the undomesticated John. Let's go.
Love languages? Love languages? Love languages? Like how, like come on people, why do we need instructions to be able to do stuff that is natural? Why do we need to break down love as if love is just not just love? So are you telling me, I don't know all the love languages because I'm like, I must love all of them because why wouldn't you do so many things? Why don't people do these things for people? Just in general. If you see something you like, you want to get for somebody, get it. Whether their love language is gifts or not. It's appreciative. People are appreciative of just being thought of. What's the other love language? Words of affirmation. Why does someone else need to send you words of affirmation? Because you should be affirming yourself. And if they don't affirm you, does that take away the love that they have? Shouldn't they be up there affirming themselves? And shouldn't you be encouraging them? That's a great love language. Affirmations, if we did it the other way, let me say affirmations. If my love language is watching my mate give himself words of affirmation. When he doesn't give himself those words of affirmation, I feel as though that I can't share my love with him. Oh, I like that. Maybe I do love these love language things. So what's the other one? Is like gift giving. Yeah, if my mate does not take the time out to buy themselves something or make themselves something or treat themselves to something, I don't know if I would like to share my love with them because I don't think they have enough love to share with me because they're not loving on themselves right. Oh yeah, I'm loving this love language stuff. What's the other ones? Let me see. So it's gift giving. It's words of affirmation. I think they made some other amendments to love languages because now we need to be taught how to love in the subcategories of love. Whew, people. Yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. But love language. So back here, because since I love them now, because they make sense in my head now when you do it the sensible way, in the healthy way. I wouldn't say sensible way, healthy way. And I'll tell you how I theorized or believe it. Well, I'll theorize. I'm not going to say no. I don't like to speak about things I don't know. But this is just my theory. So I'm not going to say no as of yet. That is not the healthy way of love languages. But I'm going to keep going with this healthy way that I'm enjoying right now. So we said words of affirmation. Great. Acts of service. Oh, I would love to have a mate do acts of service for other people. Oh, that would turn me on so much. Like, look at him. He up there as a mentor for young boys. Or he's up there feeding at people who are less fortunate. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, how about that? You want your love language is acts of service, and you need that from your partner, your mate, to go out there and serve others so you can share your love with them. I'm loving this. Let's keep going. What's the other one? We said receive gifts. Quality time. Yes, that one. Oh, I would love for my mate to take time out to do some yoga. by themselves, or take time out to just sit back and breathe, read. Yeah, that quality time. Oh, I would love to have a mate that spends quality time with themselves. I mean, just all to themselves. Nobody else, not hanging out with anyone, just them. All into themselves. Yeah, that's sexy. These love languages are starting to sound real sexy. I like how I say that. Physical touch. Ooh. Might get a little nasty here. Let me just think about this. If stop night. I'm just thinking about no, they say physical touch. We're gonna stop right there. Cause he can't be, don't be doing that. Not catch it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh wow, we be sharing a lot of love. A whole lot of love if you physically touching. Yeah, go on, I'll watch you. Go on. All right, let me stop. But yeah, I'm digging these love languages now. Yeah, I can see how that works. And now what I was saying about, I don't even know if I want to go another way, but let me just talk about the other way of how I can't say the word now. I want to say I know. That's what my body wants to say. My mind and my spirit wants to say, I know this is what the unhealthy way of love languages are, but I will say theorizing. Did I say it? Theorizing? Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. So love languages on the other spectrum. How I see that is unhealthy. And when people choose their love languages and I hear what their love languages are, it gives me insight on how they grew up. Let me just dig into this. And I may be incorrect. If you're honest with yourself and I'm incorrect, cool. If you're honest with yourself and I am correct, hey, you might want to look at love languages another way. It's not what it is, it's who's behind it, speaking it and seeing it and doing it. So it could be a whole nother view on it. But again, my view is not your view is your view, but I'm just throwing some perspective or theorization there. I said that, even though that may not be a word. So, love languages and how I theorize or see the unhealthy patterns of those and how it gives insight to the person for me. So let's start off with words of affirmation. It says like saying supportive things to your partner. If, in my opinion, someone's, love language is words of affirmation and they need for their partner to say supportive words to them in order for them to feel validated and good. Did you not have a parent that supported you, or did you have a parent that talked poorly and down to you? Did you feel that you were worthless or less when you were younger? Did you have really low self-esteem? Did you get picked on or bullied? Were you not, this could be a possibility. I'm just throwing things out there that I kind of see with people who tend to choose that love language of words of affirmation. This is just what my two eyes, well, a little four because I wear contacts, see, and my ears hear, and my memories recollect experiences from those people. Usually people who, for me to say those things, either aren't quick at the dozens, so they really got torn into, you know how we do in the hood, or they didn't have parents who fed into them with the most kindest words, either because their parents weren't kind or the parents just didn't know what the words to say or how to communicate with their children. And some things may have come out harsh. And these people haven't let go of that and they hold on to past traumas of not being validated or feeling validated within themselves. So now they choose a partner and they put that on their partner for them to do for them. I guess relationships are part of a compromise. Another reason I'm not in a relationship. It's a small reason. I like to relate. Let's go into acts of service. So acts of service is doing helpful things for your partner. I tend to find that happens with people who are only children. Well, there's a lot of things with only children, children or middle children, but this is for only children. And I could be wrong, but I see it sometimes. When they need people to do for them or cater to them, that's considered an act of service. When they aren't very clear about their wants or needs, and they expect their mate to, be be like Dionne Warwick. Dionne Warwick can sing, though. I don't know if she can read minds or the future, but that girl can sing. I was about to sing the song. Nope, won't do that. You won't like this voice. But, so doing helpful things for your partner. Another thing about these love languages, they separate them as if that your partners aren't supposed to be doing all of these things just because you're a human being, and that's what human beings do. Be kind and loving to each other. When you see something from someone, you say, "Oh, you look nice. Oh, I like how you did that." That's not a separate thing from love that you need to be like, "Hey, I need you to only do that for me," and that shows me love. Or acts of service. If you see somebody needs the door open or they have packages in their hands and they need help, why don't you help them out? That doesn't cost you anything. That's an act of service. So I went on to that one. I don't know if I spoke about, whatever. So receiving gifts. Usually people I run into, they want words of affirmation, acts of service. And gift giving is nice too. I like getting gifts. I like to be adorned. But acts of receiving gifts, giving partners gifts, and that tell them you were thinking about them. So, two things I find with this. I find that some people want gifts based on superficial ideas and do not accept or see the value in gifts. Am I saying it right? My S's. Gifts that are thoughtful in the way that I guess this was meant to be. As in, I recognize that you spoke on this and I decided to get you a whole pack of pencils because you were complaining about all your pencils not having erasers. Or, they choose to give that person that gift. It's not something that is their normal gift giving, like perfume and bags and shoes and I don't know what other these people are giving out. It could be something from a vacation. It could be a snow globe. It could be a magnet that represents a city name that you have plans on taking them to. Something small. I remember a gift that a friend gave me a long time ago. Oh, it was my buddy. I went to his son. And this is a friendship gift. And he made it into like I had 5 different gifts. It was a goofy chain because I'm goofy. And a beer book because I love beer. It tastes so good. Not these new kind of beers where they putting flavors in them. Who does that? Ugh. A razor in there. I won't expound upon that. And there's 2 other things they purchased for me. I could see them in my head. And it was part of my gift. And that was one of the best gifts I've ever gotten. I really appreciated that because it was about me. I don't know how much the things may have cost. It may not have cost a lot of money. It may have cost a lot of money. But it was the thought that was grander than anything that I could have ever been bought. I'm making up a lot of words today. Borton. I haven't got a country though. So Receiving gifts. I didn't went on another tangent with that. I keep going on tangents, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it and listening to me. What are your thoughts? Like, subscribe, comment. That would be cool. Join the conversation. Or you can listen. That's joining in too. Or this is kind of cool too. You don't even have to comment if you don't want to, or interact with me. I would love for you to do it because I love to interact with people, and I'm a pretty cool person. I know I am. But if you wanted to discuss this with someone else, see what their opinions are on it, what their thoughts are on the love language, maybe you'll find someone who thinks just like you, and you can be like, oh, she don't know what she's talking about. Still me not know what I'm talking about. So that was that for receiving gifts. Oh, I didn't mention the type of people that do that. It's usually poor people, or people who have, not poor people, people who have poor mindsets. People who feel as though they're missing out on something. People who are insecure about their looks. People who tend to want others to feel like they're beneath them in ways that it may not be to the extreme. I'm just giving my thoughts on just some characteristics. It may not be all 4 characteristics that I find in everyone, but these are characteristics I'm just throwing out. They tend to hold their value based on things, and that is what they see them, who they see themselves as, and they need others to see them as valuable as the things that they get. There you go. Haha. Came back around to it. So the other one, the next one is quality time. Your love language is for someone who want to spend quality time with you, your partner. Relationships are relationships. You get to know who the person is that you're going to be in a relationship with while you're dating them, if you're honest, which I find people who aren't honest. I don't know how people are walking around being other people when they're probably they are super cool as themselves because there's nobody else like them. So why wouldn't they be themselves? But that's another conversation. But so spending time, meaningful time with their partner, if you get to pass a couple of months and you're with someone who does not take the time out, does not push to be around you or want to be around you or want to talk to you, want to lay down with you, and not lay down physically, but lay down with you. Someone who doesn't enjoy seeing the sunlight with you, having laughs outside in the rain with you. Someone who wouldn't mind making snow angels with you just because they want to do it with you. Someone who's saying, I'm a loner and I like to be by myself, but can I be by myself and you put your foot on me? I don't do the feet thing. I'm just using that example. So anybody out there thinking that they can put their feet on me, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. But yeah, so if you are dealing with someone who doesn't have that in them, that desire to want to spend time with you, that someone shouldn't be for you. Or they could be for you, and it'd be a great business arrangement where I think relationships, marriages should be. And then you just have your fun on the side. Well, not your fun. You can have fun in marriages too. Or business marriages, I'll say. Not other marriages. With some people, marriage looks like however you want it to look. I think marriage can be under a nice business title as well. And you can love and respect and care for each other and still have your own lives. I don't know. That's just me. Another conversation again, another day. But quality time, if you have to or tell someone that you need them to spend time with you in order to feel that you're loved, did you hear me? You need them to spend time with you in order for you to feel loved. Do you not like spending time with yourself? I love spending time with myself. I'm super fun. Oh, we have great conversations and I can tickle myself. But no way do I need someone. It's nice. Companionship. It's nice to have someone to laugh with and talk to and spend time with. But you know what is really great? Having someone do that and they want to do that and they're not forced or feel obligated or feel as if that, okay, this is how I'm going to have to show my love. Okay. But people who tend to, the controlling people who want to dictate what their partners are doing, people who need their partners to answer their phone call every time they call, and if they don't, then it's a problem. That people who hold kidnappers, there you go. That's the type of people that, yep, kidnappers. They try to kidnap people and keep people hostage. Yep, there you go. I ain't got nothing else to say about that one. Quality time people, kidnappers. I don't know what happened to you younger, whatever, if you're a mole person or not. But you can't just be kidnapping people's time, kidnapping people's souls, kidnapping people's thoughts, their minds, their air, their smiles, their joy. That ain't cool. Sure, you get time for that. You kidnapping people. It's like 10, 15. Anyway, let's go back to the last one. Physical touch. I know people who just don't like to be touched. And it usually stems from, not everybody. Some people are just like, hey, not my thing being touched. But it also stems from an insecurity about themselves. Again, theorization. That word. They don't feel worthy of being loved, either from whatever happened in their past or something very traumatic to them. So why would someone hug them? It hurts. It physically hurts people. And to require that of someone who has that trauma, to force that on someone, that's not cool. But also that person needs to work on that trauma. And on the other end of it, the person who's requiring the close contact and be caressed by your partner, I'm theorizing that it's a compensation method. Also, it doesn't have to be that's how it just sounded. It doesn't have to be a bad thing as well, because some people grew up in households where they're used to being very close and huggy and showing their love in that way. However, with that one is like, you gotta respect people's boundaries. And also understand that people have different backgrounds. Some people, not some, I don't know too many people who know what love feels like. Like truly know what love is. Not feels like, is. I don't even think love is a feeling. I know love is not a feeling. Love is. Because feelings, you feel in them and then you feel out of them. Love is just is. If you love and you're full of it, you have no other way of being. But again, many people have never experienced love. And not to say their parents didn't love them or want to love them or want to share their love with them. Their parents may not have known how to. And it just gets passed along as they do their best they can. But the best doesn't mean that they understand what love is. So they force other people to fill that void for them. Yeah, those 5 love languages. What's that about? It's me, the undomesticated John, digging on love languages, and I'm out. I'm goofy. Bye. Undomesticated.